Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know everyone has been waiting for this video, but it's kind of hard being home alone with her and trying to keep up with my videos. So this is my labor and delivery story because I only have one clip from the day I went into labor, and basically we really couldn't film in the hospital room, in the delivery room. So that's why there's not a labor and delivery vlog. We asked and they said we weren't allowed to. Guys, by the way, this is Lila. She is a month old. She's staring at me right now. But yeah, Lila Anieli Farrell has been born. Okay, so basically what happened was my labor started July 24th, 2019. So I don't know if you guys saw, I didn't post it. So I'm gonna insert old clips from when I was trying to induce my labor, which worked. That's why I'm here in this video now. But here's some clips from when I was inducing my labor. This took place for like a week basically. So here's those clips. So I'm going for a walk. I have Minnie with me, and this is step one of trying to induce my labor. Come on, Minnie, come on. She doesn't listen when I take her out. She only listens to Angie. But it's nice out today. I'm gonna try and get this baby out today, guys. Guys, I have no clue if this is gonna work. All I know is that I'm really hot. And I'm probably gonna end up turning back to my house now. I'm turning back to the house. I'll probably try and go on my own in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go home, do some squats. Angie's out in an hour. So, yeah, Minnie's right there. It's so hot. But comment down below what you guys think about my hair. I think I look better with short hair. I'll see you guys in my apartment. That was 25. So yeah, as you can tell in those videos, I was trying to induce my labor, but I'm really just going to talk about one specific day, and that's July 23rd, 2019. I felt like, I was like, okay, this baby's coming soon, you know, I'm going to go for a walk, see if it helps me. I went for a walk 3 times around my block. And then I came home, waited for Angie to come home because I started getting some cramping. No contractions, just some cramps from like walking around and stuff. But I came back home and I texted Angie if she could bring me a strawberry acai from Starbucks. Those are the bomb, but the way I drink it, I don't drink it with any water at all. And I get it with blackberries instead of strawberries. You guys have to try it. It's really good if you guys like strong drinks. But yeah, strawberry acai with no water. I chugged the whole thing. I got a venti. I checked the whole thing. Next thing you know, I have heartburn from like midnight, I'd say, until like 3, 4 in the morning. I was just up. I couldn't sleep. Like, I tried to like swallow and I couldn't. I just had this burning sensation going throughout like my whole throat and my mouth. Even drinking water wouldn't help. Some people say drinking water helps heartburn, but it didn't like in my situation. So I wake up. It is 7:20 in the morning. And I felt like I had to pee. So I started scooching myself off the bed and I'm like, wait, like I'm already peeing. I couldn't stop it. And I woke up Angie and I said, babe, I think my water broke. And she's like, no, you probably just peed yourself in your sleep. I'm like, no, like guys, no lie, I tried to get up and just a whole puddle. Like, I know people say like it's just a gush. No, mine was like I don't know, it just kept going and going and going. So my water broke at 7:20 and I called maternity and I let them know that I'm pretty sure my water broke because I can't stop leaking. And I'm not saying like drips, guys, like you know how when you're pregnant you get discharged. It was nothing like that. Like mine was like dripping down both of my legs, through the middle, everything. It was just nasty. It wasn't nasty because it doesn't smell or anything, but it was just like, holy crap, like you're constantly peeing on yourself. And they said, yeah, if you're leaking, come in. We got into the hospital around like 8:30, I would say, because I wasn't having any contractions. I just started getting some back pain, lower back pain, but it wasn't that bad. And I went in And here's a clip of when I first got to the hospital of me in the bed. Hey guys, so I know I look really rough, but my water broke at 7:20 this morning, and it is now 9:36 in the morning. Got my IV in, breakfast just came in. And let's have this baby, guys. Okay, so that's the only clip I got from that day. So basically, when I got to the hospital, I was only 1 centimeter dilated and my water has already broken. They told me that basically I either had to have the baby between that day, which is July 24th, or the next day, July 25th. Because since my water broke already, they said I can't, it could cause infection. So I can't just sit there with my water just breaking and not have a baby within 24 hours. And by the way, guys, I don't think I mentioned this. I had her at 38 weeks pregnant. So I had her a week early, which isn't bad. A week because I'm saying I was 38 weeks and the next day I started 39. So technically 39 weeks I had her. But yeah, I was only 1 centimeter dilated. And around, it hit like 2 o'clock already. And I wasn't having any type of contractions. Like, I was just chilling on the bed laughing. Our family was there laughing and joking with me. I was eating fine. Like, I had no type of symptom like of labor or anything other than my water breaking. And they come to tell me that it's weird that I haven't had any contractions since my water broke. I should have been having a little bit of contractions at least. They kept checking my cervix. I was still pretty closed up, so it's not like I could have had her anytime soon. So here's where comes the real labor for me, and the parts that I could say were pretty harsh on me. This video. She's about to cry. Guys, she has an attitude already. What happened? Yeah, so like I said, here starts my labor. So basically they tell me, stop! That since I've been there for already 5 hours with no contractions, that they have to give me some Pitocin. Now, if you don't know what Pitocin is a medication that goes through your IV that starts up your contractions, your labor contractions. So they just had to give me a little bit of that, guys. And when I'm telling you I had contractions every minute, I had them every minute. They gave me the Pitocin around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Around 3, I was already asking for the epidural. It had me crying. I was turning side to side. They put me on a yoga ball to see if it would help my contractions a little bit. I had to like sway left and right, which didn't help. Bless you. Bless you. Guys, if they try to suggest that you bounce on a ball to help your contractions, don't do it. It doesn't help. It doesn't like even away some of the pain. It doesn't help at all, guys. So I don't suggest bouncing on a yoga ball while you're in labor. I kept just crying to the nurse, like, please just give me the epidural. They said they needed to try one more thing, which was, you probably know of like the peanut ball. It's a ball that goes, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture and insert it, but it's a ball that goes in between your legs to help dilate you a little bit more since I wasn't dilating. The peanut ball, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture to insert right here for you guys. But it literally goes in between your legs. Like, either you could have it like underneath your knees, like the back of your knees, or you could have it in between your legs laying down. It's supposed to open up your cervix, which does help, so I suggest that. Ask for that when you're in the hospital. Since I was given Pitocin, my contractions were every minute apart, so I needed that epidural. They finally said, okay, we're gonna find the epidural specialist or whatever they're called. I could just say I had a bad experience with the epidural specialist. As you're in labor, like, you're terrified. Like, I was terrified. I thought it was gonna be hard. And the specialist goes to me, if I do this right, you won't have a headache. You won't have a bad headache. If you do this right, like, what do you mean? Like, you're sticking a needle in my spine. What do you mean if you do it right? Like, that's something really serious. He pokes me twice on my left side and he said, does it feel like it's in the middle? I said, no, it's all the way to my left. Then he pokes me on my right side. He's like, does that feel in the middle? I said, no, that's all the way to my right. Then he pokes me right in my spine. Oh my God, I jumped and he like pulled my shoulder, and he was like, don't jump, don't move. The moment he gave it to me, like my body's just started to feel like really numb. I started getting nauseous. They said that was normal. After the epidural, I waited like, I would say like 30 minutes after the epidural. My left side was completely numb. Like my left side of my body, I didn't feel my legs, nothing from below my waist. I didn't feel no contractions on that side, but I felt a lot of my contractions on my right side, which I wasn't supposed to. So they tried like getting me elevated. They tried like turning me to my right side to see if it like laid the pressure off the contractions. That didn't work. So they had to give me another dose of whatever it is that goes in your back for the epidural. Like that goes to they call it a catheter in your back. So they gave me another dose of that. They had to call the anesthesiologist, whatever they're called, the anesthesia person. They called him, and he gave me a little bit more. And then I didn't feel my legs at all. Like I was perfectly fine, no contractions or anything. So that happened around like 4:30. And then basically they just kept checking my cervix. But every time they like put me back to like lay on the bed, my head would get like, I would get really lightheaded, and they had to give me the little mask that like gives you some oxygen and stuff. I had that on for a little bit. 17 hours of labor. Do I regret it? No. It's a hassle, guys. So if you guys are gonna have a baby, be prepared for all that's gonna come the day you go into labor. I was 6 centimeters dilated at 10 o'clock at night. I hit 9 centimeters by midnight. It hits 12 o'clock, and we call Angie's mom. Like Angie said, Ellie's already 9 centimeters dilated, like the baby's coming. At first, the doctor was telling my mom and the family that I wasn't gonna have her until 5 or 6 in the morning, so everyone went home at night. I started feeling like I had to push. So I was like, oh no, like, I really have to. Like, the nurse there was like, I really have to start pushing. Like, not that I felt her, but I felt like there was something I had to push out. Like, you feel that. Like, you feel like you really have to push. And it's not like, I know some people say, maybe it's different for other people, but some people feel like you're taking a poop. Like, you have to take a poop. But that's not what it felt like to me. Like, it just felt like I had to push something out of my system. So yeah, I started pushing at 9 centimeters because my cervix was dilated, but do a couple pushes. So I was pushing for like that hour, couple pushes per minute, because obviously, like I said, I couldn't feel my contractions. So the nurse was going by the contraction like monitor thing. So every time I had a contraction, I was pushing, and she got really low. They started to see her head. Then they called in the doctor, my delivery doctor. He gets there, and basically I'm like, I'm ready to push. Like, I'm ready for her to come out, guys. Like, I was so excited. Once they said that her head was there, I got super excited. Like, I was so happy before I even saw her. And I had Angie and her mom holding my legs, guys. I could not, like, my legs were like weights. Like, I could not feel my legs. I know they were really heavy on Angie and her mom. Like, it was horrible. But all I know is that I'd do it again, guys. Like, it was really worth it. I love having a baby. I love her so much. Like, she's just perfect in every way. So I start pushing and pushing around 1 again. They start setting up the room with all the delivery stuff, like they brought in her bed and stuff for her. I push, and Lila Anieli made her nice arrival at 1:55 in the morning. So her birthday is July 25th, 2019. She weighed 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Here's like another part to the story, is that she was fine the first night. Like, how do you say, like, they did her blood work. She was perfectly fine. Then the day comes that we're about to go home, right? We're about to go home, guys. So it was 2 days later, and they do the jaundice test on her, and they find out that her, like, she didn't look yellow, guys, at all. She didn't look yellow. That's what it means, like, when she looks yellow, and like her liver isn't like digesting right and everything. But they kept us an extra, I think, 2 days, because her jaundice level was so high. So she was under like a blue light in our room for 24 hours straight. She had like these little fabric like goggles over her eyes and stuff, so she couldn't see the light and everything. I have a couple pictures that I'm gonna insert right here. But I think it was really hard seeing her like that and not being able to hold her and stuff. Kept testing her. She got pricked 3 times on each foot from how many times they had to test her for the same test, which was the jaundice. But thank God everything came out okay. The pediatrician there that came to see her said she was looking better, so we got to go home. But I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up of my baby, and I'm gonna insert some delivery pictures and everything at the end of this video. So here's my baby. This chunkamunka is only a month old. Oh, you trying to grab the camera? Grab the camera? You guys have been part of my channel for a while, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, I used to vlog every day and have a good video up for you guys every day. So I think I'm gonna get back into that. It's just a little bit hard having her, but I'm getting used to it, so I think I can manage that. Comment down below if you guys are ready to see all the vlogs I have coming for you guys again. I'm gonna do a lot more stuff that I'm not used to. And also, I'm planning on doing her nursery tour. I know I said this, I think, in another video, but I am gonna do her nursery tour. You guys are gonna see the apartment. But yeah, you guys are gonna see a lot more of us two, Angie too. Give this video a big thumbs up for me, guys. Make sure to comment down below. Also, I do want to do a Q&A, but I'm not going to do one until I actually get some questions. So it could be related about the baby. It could be about anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for still supporting me. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.